Looking for a girl and love. I want you. I'm so nobody needs love. Want all that I can. That girl. So what's up, guys? How we doing? Another day in the life, right? My name is Roy. This is Relentless Roy's Intuitive Tarot. We're going to do an intuitive tarot card read today, as always, right? As always, I am grateful, right, to be here, to have, what little I do have, I am grateful for it. And whatever life has for me, whatever the Most High, God and Spirit has decided that I need to endure, I need to experience, whatever life has for me, I accept it. And I'm grateful for everything that I do have. We'll shuffle up these cards a little more. Spirit, if you're here today, right? Give us the lowdown, man. Tell us what's up, Spirit. For real. Make sure the cards are all the cards aren't upside down, right? Shoot. I hate it when I do that. Okay, we're gonna ring the bell. Right. Yeah, just having like if you come to terms with like life itself, right? You understand it's kind of like, yes, you have free will and you can make your own decisions on what you want to do, where you want to go, etc. Okay, that's that's in your control basically, right? What you're gonna eat, where you're gonna sleep, stuff like that. But I guess where I'm going with this is like the grand scheme of things, right? Is like, we don't have control outside of ourselves, right? And, that might kind of confuse you, or, you might be like, well, what are you trying to say here? And it's, the only thing that we have, or I have control of, is myself. I have control of what I do, what I say, where I go, things like that. After that, we do not have control. We can't control other people. We can't control how things work, how things go, etc., etc. You can control yourself. That's about it, right? So when you realize that you can't control other people's lives and the outcome of situations, when you work against, like, or how would I call this? When you work against time, when you work against fate, when you work against reality to control it, to manipulate it, not to get, I don't want to get too heavy, I don't want to get too philosophical here, but if you try to control a person, or you try to control a place or something where you don't have any reason for that, if you try to control someone's, you know, destiny or, what they do, you know what I mean? Like when you force people to experience like pain and suffering because that's how you feel they deserve, like rather than getting involved and right, just you kind of like let go because you don't have control of that. Okay, and I know it's like okay, you're going on and on and on, whatever, but when they talk about reincarnation, okay, I'll try to sum it up with this: if your body goes to sleep the last time, right? Doesn't wake up, right? So now you're a spirit. That energy, right? It goes someplace. Okay, now back with the reincarnation, right? If you were on Earth and all you did was lie, cheat, and steal, you will be coming back to Earth again. And the reason being is that you spent your whole entire time here on Earth being deceptive, being cruel, being, lying, cheating, stealing. Some of us won't have that opportunity to actually come back to Earth. Okay, some of us, it, you know, will be. It's going to be a elevator, right, going down. Aerosmith, right? Ooh, 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 right? Going down. Loving an elevator. Loving it up when I hit the ground. In the air, in the air. Okay. Some of us are going straight to hell, okay? For what they did, what they're still doing, okay? So on and so forth. But if you don't learn the lessons while you're here, you come back. Now, I don't know who decides who comes back, who doesn't, right? It could be one of those loop things, right? But I do know that some of us actually choose. We have an option to stay and be a spirit and stay in heaven and chill, with the heavenly experience. But then some of us are given an option, right? And spirit asks you while you're up there, do you want us, or would you want to? You want to go back down to earth and try to help, to try to fix things, right? Kind of like it's like a playbook. You got the bad guys, they got a playbook and how they do things, right? It's like good versus evil, red versus white, whatever. Okay, and you're sitting there with your spirit team, you're in heaven, and they say we got a play, we got a mission, we got a job for you to do. And you're gonna go down there and you gotta get that crap beat out of you, you gotta get robbed, you gotta get all of it. Okay? Do you I've talked about this before. Will you do this? Do you accept this mission? Your soul, right, chose to come back here. I know I'm probably blowing everyone's mind here, going on about this, but basically you're given an option: is do you want to go back to Earth and learn your lessons, or redo what was wrong, etc., etc., or do you want to accept your fate as you're being charged? As in, if we weigh your heart against the feather, will your heart weigh more than the feather, right? And if you choose to accept that fate, then that is what you will receive, right? So I don't want to. It's kind of like with sometimes with church, it's like uh, your sins, your sins are what we're sinners saved by grace and so forth. And some of us chose to come back here. Some of you will be coming back here, and some of you are going straight to hell. It's all how you decide what you want to do. Continue to lie, cheat, and steal, and create chaos and hurt people, right? Your fate is going to be sealed. Some of you, it already is. If you choose to put that life down, right, and call it reborn, right, to be born again, right, and try to do the right things while you're still here. Fix what is wrong. Learn the lessons. Okay, you still have hope. You still have a chance. You can start today. When you knowingly cause harm to people, when you're aware that people are suffering, when you're aware that you're hurting people emotionally, mentally, physically, however you want to look at it, when you knowingly participate in harm of person, places, things, whatever, okay, then your fate will be sealed, okay? Like, people, how to describe this? Your world around you create the world around you. So if you create pain and suffering and death, right, and misfortune and chaos, that will become your world because that's what you wanted, right? It's the law of attraction. If you continually pull and push and gather and hold energy that is negative, and you want to pull that negative energy and put it on other people, you want to cause chaos and destruction, you want to bring, so you're creating that negativity, you're creating that action, that energy, right? And then you want to take it and put it on somebody who doesn't deserve it. It doesn't work. Like, it might work if the person does this unknowing, but those of us who are aware, right, of their mission, why they're here, what it's all about, right? We are souls in a body that are brought here to learn what it is to be human, right? Some of us have been here more than once, myself included, right? When you start to talk, you learn. When you start to accept that we don't control this world, when you accept that God is in control and Spirit is here to help, and you let go of control, bottom line, let go of control, because you don't have any control of anything. You have control whether you Go to the bathroom, you eat your food, or where you go, where you stay, yada yada. Okay, what gas you buy, whatever, right? That's it. After that, it's out of your hands. You don't have control. And when you try to control things like that, it's not going to work. It'll work, for a little while, a couple years, maybe, maybe 10 years, right? Maybe you could lie, cheat, and steal from somebody for a decade or whatever, right? But eventually, it's going to come to pass. It'll end because it's out of your control. You know, some of us will be back here to redo the lesson of life because you failed it. Others of you, when the time comes when your soul goes up, you knock on the door. There's going to be like the gate, right? Like they talk about it. You're too full of pride and ego. You know, you're angry at the world for what? Why? Like the world owes you anything. You're here to learn, to love, to laugh, not to be angry and mad. And if you choose to hold on to the anger and being sad and mad and you hate everybody and you hate the world, that is your fate. Right? You see somebody who's trying to do good, trying to be a good person, working hard, helping others, and you want to trash that person, you want to just pick on them and bug them and bring them down to your level where you're angry and mad at the world, you want to just tear somebody down, dude. Man, I'll tell you what. I hope I hope and wish you well, dude. I'll pray for you because if I wish anger and hate and suffering on you, then I'm no better than you are. But I don't want that for you. I want you to get well. I don't want you to be a miserable friggin' loser. So wake up. Figure it out. Stop hating yourself and the world and everybody around you. Please. I'll talk more about this on a later episode because it's to be continued. There's more to this that I wanted to share. But I want to get involved in this tarot card reading, so we're at 18 minutes. I'll put a timestamp at 18. Okay, now for today's tarot card reading. Holy Spirit, holy angels, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors, and my past on loved ones, in peace, love, and light. If you can hear me, if you're willing to have patience with me today, to sit here and to tell me what the energy is, tell me what I need to know, please, the who, what, when, where, how, and why, the ups and downs, the lefts and rights, the good, the bad, and the ugly, please, Spirit. I thank you for your grace and mercy, Spirit. Please be my friend. Thank you, Spirit. As above, so below, as within, so without. Please, Spirit, come through. What do we have today, Spirit, please? Devil. Devil. We got Capricorn energy here. We have two. We got a masculine and a feminine energy that are attached. They're connected to. They're stuck. They're bound by the devil. Correct. Tell us more, Spirit, please. Thank you, Spirit. Nine of Cups. Star. Aquarius. So what it looks like is we have, this the devil here, the energy of creating this creation of bondage and suffering, strife, whatever this is. They're chained to the devil, right? However you see fit, collected to describe what the devil represents to you. Okay, then we have a Nine of Cups. So we have the energy of somebody sitting in their truth. They're cool, calm, and collected, right? And because they tell the truth, they sit in their truth, it kind of like opens up the door, like the when you sit and you sit in your truth, right, and you're honest, then you can see all aspects, right? Because you don't have to worry about the lies. You don't have to cover up this, right? What goes on in the darkness. You know what I'm saying? If you're honest, right, and you kind of put everything on the table, then you can sit pretty, and you got nothing to worry about because you said, "Hey, I'm telling you guys this, that, and the other. This is what's up," and you're gonna, you're just sitting there like, "Now what?" Right? So the devil, what is looking at the Nine of Cups star. So with the star here, it takes a lot for somebody to usually, I would say, 9 times out of 10, for somebody to get to for this energy of the star to be represented, they've been through hell and back, literally, with the devil here, in the honesty, the Nine of Cups, right? See, there I see a contrast here. I see the devil, and then I see a Nine of Cups, and then I see the star. Right? So the devil represents, itself pretty much, right? But the Nine of Cups is representing the star here. Truthfully speaking, intuitively speaking, we have a star here. And usually that takes some sort of sacrifice. It's a lot of work to become the star. Like it doesn't just happen overnight. Obviously, we know this, right? Tell us more, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Oh gosh. Okay. We have the Page of Pentacles. Eight of Swords. Two of Pentacles to the Six of Cups. Right? The Devil, Capricorn energy. So what, you have people working against you? Right? People that are like stuck. Nine of Cups. In your truth, we have the Star, which took a lot of time and effort possibly to get where you're at. Page of Pentacles. So we got the Page of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords. Cups, Star to the Pentacle. Get some coffee going, guys. I'm just looking with the Nine of Cups, in your truth, the Star, who you are, and then we have the Page of Pentacles, right? This is what, your energy, like your focus, where you want to go, who you want to be, right? Is the energy of like you're learning, you're learning about life and magic and so on and so forth, right? You're like a student in you are a student in the class of life, right? Earth school. Boom. Got it? And it looks like you're kind of like figuring it out. You're enjoying it. Then we have an Eight of Swords. There's another contrast. You go from a Page of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords. And so it's like, how can you go from the Page of Pentacles to the Eight of Swords? You don't. I believe this Eight of Swords represents somebody else's energy. Right? While you're the energy of the Page of Pentacles, right? And I will, Spirit's being like, Spirit's with us today, let me tell you, because you're the collective. You are in your Nine of Cups, right? Look at what he's wearing. What's he got on his head? It's a red cap, right? Okay. So you're in your truth as being the Star, and you're here in life school, right? What's he wearing on his head? See it? It's a red cap, right? A red hat, right? Here in Earth, on Earth's classroom, Earth school, whatever you want to call it, right? You're balancing out one aspect of it, okay? You're learning about life, what it is to be here on, Earth school. You're both wearing a red cap. It's the same energy next to the Star. Eight of Swords. So this has got somebody stuck in their head. Right? While you're being honest, learning about life, you're the Star, right? You have with the Star also, you have the, what is it, 8 stars depicted on the card, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And what is 8 in higher arcana? It's strength, right? So it took a lot of strength to become who you are, today. Thank you, Spirit. So it looks like we have somebody in their head, somebody who chose to like kind of what they chose the devil, and it almost looks like they chose to work against you. Okay, then we have the Two of Pentacles, right? How does it? What does it represent? What you have to balance. It's almost like I don't want to think of it like as a ball and chain or like a void, right? Like a black hole. But while you balance out your Two of Pentacles, right? Your obligations, your responsibilities, right? Things that you're responsible for. You have this Eight of Swords, right? Somebody from what? Somebody from the past relationship, somebody, family member, a friend, something like that. Six of Cups, right? This is like a memory from back in the day. You guys used to be friends, you used to be lovers, whatever this is. Six of Cups, right? They're what? They're in their head, Eight of Swords, remember how it used to be, okay? And this has been coming out kind of here and there, right? We get it. We get it. These people haven't learned their friggin', the lesson yet. You know what I'm saying? They're still doing the same thing over and over again, over and over again. They haven't taken the lesson in life and learned from it. They continue to hurt people and expect them to. You can clearly see they're like, just by two cards, three actually, the Devil, the Eight of Swords, and the Six of Cups. Somebody from the past is stuck in their head, right? They remember how it used to be, right? But now they're watching you move up in the world and live your life, but they're still stuck to the devil in their head, crying about, oh, how it used to be, and I want it this way, and I want it that way, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Do we get it? We get it. They haven't decided to move on, to let go. It's really sad. Yeah, look at energy at the bottom of the deck, Ten of Swords. They did this to themselves. They're standing wherever they're sitting, they're standing right now, right? Maybe they're laying on the side of the road, right, or on the curb or whatever. Wherever they are, this is how they feel. Thank you, Spirit. Oh boy, how many we got? Good golly. All right, Spirit, what's up, man? So we get the Page of Wands. Under the Devil. Okay, so what do we got? Somebody stirred the pot, right? Under the Devil, Page of Wands. They have another idea on how to cause chaos and destruction, or they have somebody coming in to cause problems. What? We have a King of Cups. Okay. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Judgment. Whoops. Judgment landed on the Three of Pentacles and the King of Cups. And then we have the Chariot. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so the Page of Wands is under the devil, right? So somebody, this is a feeling, right, or a desire, a will of somebody, right? Like they have like in the back of their head, they have animosity and frustration. They're angry, right? Then we have a King of Cups under the Nine of Cups. King of Cups is in the upright. So with the King of Cups being the upright, I don't want to take it down the wrong path because we have the Nine of Cups and then we have the King of Cups. That's a Ten of Cups, right? So I don't want to misjudge the cards here. I don't. Spirit's trying to guide me in this message, so I got to be truthful. The energy behind the devil is in a Page of Wands energy. It's just immature. So this energy in the devil is immature and it's not really like credible. You know what I'm saying? Like when this energy of the devil is just like kind of like sad and pathetic, like somebody who's being a loser. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, sitting in your truth, we have a King of Cups, somebody who's like cool, calm, collected. Emotionally, mentally, has something to offer. The King of Cups is, this could be like a teacher, guidance counselor, something like that. Three of Pentacles, right? Enjoying what you do, right? You working with others, you networking, right? You're like noble, like the King of Cups. You're noble, falls out of the star, right? You enjoy what you do, you work with others, etc., right? Like you got your head on your shoulders when it comes to work and what you do. You're the star, right? For whatever reason, we have judgment here. So Archangel Gabriel has decided to call judgment because you're being scrutinized for why you're here, say on Earth, your purpose, right? King of Cups, Star, Three of Pentacles, right? This is like the reason why you're here, like the reason why you're alive is to kind of guide people, show people that they don't have to live like miserable sons of SOBs, right? And also enjoy the fruits of life, the skills that you have, the people that you're around, and what you do for work. Three of Pentacles. You're here to teach and guide and work with others and show them what life is all about, kind of like the beauty in life and the simpler things, right? And Archangel Gabriel is calling judgment because these guys don't seem to get it. They're hell bent on going back to the old ways of doing things, and it's not like that anymore. They're hell bent on being immature, like a little friggin' puke stain that they are. Okay, and while they're sitting in sorrow and crying about how they're the victim, we have the Chariot here, Cancer energy. Okay, and this is you riding off into the sunset saying like, see you later, dude, because you need to grow up. The Devil, the Page of Wands, Eight of Swords, Six of Cups. It's like we're looking at like opposites here. You know what I'm saying? Like while you're shining, right? You're the sun is on you. You're shining, right? You have somebody on the other end who's like dark and like behind the scenes, like manipulative and causing issues. And in a way, here with the Page of Wands and the Devil, it's almost like, yeah, I almost look at it as like you can compete with the devil, but it's pointless because the energy is a page. So it's not even worth focusing on. You like if you had to, you could challenge the devil, right? And say, "Hey, what's up?" But is it worth it? No. You have other things to do. The Page of Wands, it's in the upright, right, under the devil. So it's like you could go mess around, but it's like you're like, why? What's the point, right? You have stuff that you got to do. Three of Pentacles. Archangel Gabriel is saying, enough of this. Leave collective alone. They're here in their truth. They are the star, right? Took a long way for them to get where they're at now. They love life. They're in Earth School. They could be a teacher or a guidance counselor, show people what this is all about here on Earth School. Three of Pentacles, working together, showing people the way, the skills, and what we enjoy doing, and how this all works together. We're here together, working together. Archangel Gabriel says, get out of the way, because I'm going to slap you upside the head. Judgment. Whoever's going against this is going to get slapped upside the head. Right? At the end of the day, you drive away, right? Victorious. Thank you, Spirit. And how many times are we going to do this? It keeps happening. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You got the guys who are doing the right thing and they're living their life and having a good time. Then you got these guys, the devil, Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, right? Try to redo this over and over again. Let's go back to the way it used to be. The devil, Eight of Swords. They want you in your head and all that. And it's like, no, dude, we're not doing that. Archangel Gabriel is going to slap you upside the head, dude. Two more cards, please. Spirit, thank you. Thank you for your patience and your mercy, your grace and mercy, Spirit. Holy Spirit, holy angels. Thank you for your grace and mercy. It is a gift to be here. Thank you, God. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, archangels, ascended masters, ancestors of my past on loved ones of peace, love, and light. Okay, Spirit. I know you wanted to give me all these cards, but that's too many. I asked for two. So I only asked for two cards, Spirit, so I'm going to put these back. If I take a quick peek at what Spirit's trying to show me here, yeah. So they're just mad. They're trying to control the outcome of stuff. They're fighting their way. They're like getting involved. Thank you, Spirit. It's trying to show the positive. Spirit's trying to show us the positive of this message, and not always go to the negative, right? And all it is people collective, trying to hurt us, collective, me, you, and they're trying to control stuff, the outcome. They want you to, they want to like steal your girlfriend. They want to, make you look bad, embarrass you, pick on you. Like they want to like beat you up, like we were in high school or something. beat you up, give you a black eye, right? And then the next day when you go to work, you got like a black eye and everyone's laughing at you. Stuff like that. Just so low and pathetic. They want to have someone break your heart. They want you sad and crying because it brings them joy. These people are sick. I just don't understand it. Spirit, please. It doesn't. They don't change. This attitude that they have, it doesn't change unless they try. They have to try to change and do better. We have Five of Cups. Yeah, they can't. Rather than work on their self and try to get better, they just sit there like this, and they keep. It was like a week ago. I was talking about the world was in reverse, and I said they're gonna keep repeating the cycle. Look at it. They can't figure it out, man. I'm telling you, Archangel Gabriel needs to just take these fools out, dude. Serious, because they are that. Their skull is so thick. You could whack them upside the head, they still don't get it, dude. It's sad. They can't snap out of it. Their ego and their pride and their materialistic ways, they can't see past it. Get over yourselves. Stop. Stop. Think about what you're doing. You want to sit here and cry and act like you're the victim now? Dude, seriously. They're upset because they threw their life away, Five of Cups, to get what's yours. Right? Now what? They think it's your fault because they spent all this time trying to hurt, harm, right? Cause damage to you. They spent all this time doing that. Now it's your fault because why? You kept going. You didn't give up, right? Now it's your fault. They're mad, okay? They're upset and they're mad and they're crying, right? Because they spent all this time. They threw their life away. They tried to destroy your life, whatever. Now, all three of their cups are knocked over for whatever reason, whatever they did, right? And two are left. So it's like, quit while you're ahead, dude. But they don't get it. They just keep doing this over and over and over again. Like, you still have two cups, dude. No, they want your two cups. And they threw their life away to get your two cups collected. Right? Meanwhile, you have to, you not only do you have to take care of your responsibilities, what you have to do, right? Then you have to deal with somebody in the background trying to destroy your life, destroy your character, beat you up, set you up, right? So you have to take care of your responsibilities, what you have to do, collective, and this total loser, this idiot, and there's more than one of them who are trying to destroy you. So you have to do like 3 times the work, 4 times the work, right? Just to make do to be like on the level. Man, oh man, I'll tell you what. Next card up is Death in Reverse. See, I was talking about the world being in reverse. It's Death in Reverse. They will not let go. They don't get it. They're stuck there going, how come he gets to have it? How come this gets to happen? They're trying to like cut someone down and destroy somebody, and they're sad because the person doesn't want to give up. They don't get it. Wow, dude. You people are some of the worst people I think I've ever met in my entire life on earth here. Complete scumbag. That's what you are, dude. Death in reverse. You can't let it go. You want to stay mad. You want to stay stuck. You want to hate the collective because they're doing a good job. You're a scumbag, dude. Burn in hell, dude. I'll pray for you, but you're going to freaking hell. Fool in reverse is at the bottom of the deck, right? So you're always, when you're around these people, you always have to be cautious. Basically, everywhere you go, you're kind of like fool in reverse because one of these guys is one of these psychos is going to come out of the woodwork and try to like screw you up or whatever. Tell us more, Spirit. They can't let go. They can't move on. It's sad and pathetic. Justice is in reverse, right? And I talked about this the other day because with justice in reverse, it means that people are cooperating, people are working with these losers, these scumbags, to cause hurt and harm towards you. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, they're trying to affect your Nine of Pentacles. With justice being in reverse. So it's like when I'll tell you this, with this as a representation, with the Five of Cups, when you spoil or when you move forward, right? Right, you move forward because that's what the Most High is telling you to do. Spirit is telling you we can't stop, we can't give up. There's no we will never give up and we will never surrender. Okay, that's what Spirit asks us to do continuously. Failure is not an option. Okay, when you're connected with Spirit and God, right, and Spirit walk with you, right. Failure is not an option. You cannot give up, and you cannot, never give up, never surrender, right? As soon as you overcome one battle, one obstacle, one hurdle, okay, they have they're trying to affect so if they can't affect your money, then they affect your where you live. Or if they can't affect where you live, then they affect the vehicle that you own. If they can't affect the vehicle that you own, then they get the people around you after you, right? They literally are going anywhere and everywhere, and I just did a read. All four fronts under attack. Right now, what justice reversed? What are they? They're going to call the police on you, right? And say, "Oh, this guy's a bad guy." The cops they're on the phone with the police. Hey, you know this guy? He's a bad guy. And the cops are like, yeah, we know who you're talking about. We're aware of the situation. Is there anything else? Did he commit a crime? Did he do something that's illegal? Or they go, no, but we just don't like him. Justice reverse. We're calling because this guy's a jerk and we want you guys to know about it. And they go, we know who he is. We know the situation. Is there anything else I can help you with? Well, can't you go arrest him? And the cops are like, no, because that's not against the law to be a person. We can't arrest a person for being themselves. Okay, ma'am, sir, have a nice day. Friggin' losers. Justice reverse, that's like they're trying to set you up, dude. Collective. They're trying to come up with a plan to get you in trouble with the law because they can't do it themselves without breaking the law. So how do we set this person? How do we get this person to be in a place, a time, a place, an area where they will be caught? Right? That's their next plan. Right? They want you stuck in court. You know what I'm saying? They want you arrested. They already tried this, collective. This message might not be for everybody, but what I'm saying is they've tried this before on us in the past. They continually, with death in reverse, they continually are doing the same thing over and over. Like there's a playbook, right? Good versus evil. and they're going, let's do play number two, let's do this play, and let's do this magic, and let's do this over and over and over and over again. This is like, you know how you can't bring a you can't, what is it, how's it go, it's like beating a dead horse, or it's, you can bring a horse to water but you can't force him to drink it, or you know what I'm saying, like this is tyrannical, right? Justice reversed. This is people of authority, right, who are allowing this to go on. People in high places, right? The principalities of darkness, okay, who we fight against, right? Because God asked us to do this, do that. We're here to fight against the principalities of darkness. They allow this to go on because they say yes or no whether somebody, these guys finally get locked, like they get put away, or you know what I'm saying. And to them, it's just a game. Justice reverse on Earth, in Earth school, we're trying to learn Earth school and like why we're here and all this, but these guys are here on Earth as though they're in control, right? Like they lost the meaning of life, they lost the purpose. They're too busy trying to control how things, like people and places and things here on Earth, but that's not why we're here. Justice is in reverse. You have people in high places, the principalities of darkness, that allow this madness to go on day after day after day. They literally are like sitting back in their recliner and they're like on the phone, like, "Oh yeah, did you guys, like, what happened today? You know, did you guys, get him? Did what happened? Did he get into an accident? Did he? Did you guys get him fired yet? Did what are we doing tomorrow? Are we gonna? We'll send some guys after him tomorrow. We'll stalk him. All right, yeah. Tomorrow night we'll send a couple of guys just to chase him around, right, when they're leaving work or something, right? And then on Monday we'll have some guy drive past the house. We'll have somebody drive past his house revving the engine, and then on whatever day, this is what this is. The police know about it. The friggin' judges know about it. Go up the ladder. FBI, ATF, all you guys. You guys all know about this, and you're doing nothing about it. You guys all work together. Meanwhile, you have people that are work for God. God asks us to do these things. God asks us to be alive, to live life, and to understand it. And then you have other guys that work against that. The principalities of darkness. They don't. Some of these guys don't even know what they're working against or what they're working for. You're working for evil. You're here. You're here causing death and destruction to people that mean no harm to you whatsoever. But you want control. You want the money. You want the house. You want the fame. You want the fortune. Or you're just a complete psychopath. You're a lunatic in control. You're a law official who enjoys causing people to suffer, getting people locked up. You're sick. All of you are sick. You're trying to hurt innocent people. Right? Moving cautiously, because every corner that you turn, you got a psychopath trying to take your head off, trying to scare the hell out of you. They're stalking you. They're hacking your computer. They're hacking your phone. They're calling the cops and trying to get you arrested. The cops say, for what? We already tried to arrest them and set them up, but we failed. What do you want us to do? And they're like, well, we saw him jaywalking. We saw him. He didn't use the button to cross the street the other day. Can't you write him a ticket? You get what I'm saying here? That's too many, Spirit. And another thing too is that if you would let go of control, right? Because you're like so hellbent on trying to stop people that work for God, right? Some of these guys would help you. We would give you the shirt off our back, or whatever. You needed help, we'd be over there. We'd help you build the house. You needed a couple extra bucks. We'd help you with that. But you want to just take us out and destroy our character and get us locked up? There's only one place for you guys. It's fucking hell. That's where you're all going. You'll be back here on Earth again. Or you'll be in hell. One or the other. You'll be back here again, let me tell you. Spirit, please. Knight of Wands. It's in the upright. It's too many, Spirit. What are you saying? Yeah. Right. So this Knight of Wands, I believe it's just Spirit's just confirming to just continue to do what you do. Like you will go against, with the help of the Most High God in spirit, you will challenge the principalities of darkness, and you will succeed collectively. If you hear what I'm saying, I know this is a long read. We're at an hour, right? But with the power and the guidance and the grace of the Most High in spirit, we will challenge the principalities of darkness, and we will win. That's the way it goes. Because God is in control. Not us, not the law. Yes, they're here to keep the peace. But after that, the Most High is in control. That's it. Yes, the some of the cups wanted to come out. Right, so I feel like regardless of who, what, when, where, or how, or why they're trying to hurt you, they do, right? Like we're here just to bring light, to have peace and happiness, right? To be a teacher, a guide. But they want to keep you guessing where it's coming from. They want you to go like, they don't want you to trust anybody. They want you to like be confused as to, if it's your neighbor, if it's the police, if it, you know what I'm saying? They want you confused, like who to trust and who not to. Archangel Gabriel is saying enough is enough, though. Tell us more, Spirit, please. Okay. Hierophant, Taurus energy under the Chariot. So this is it's the Hierophant is upright. It's under the Chariot. So there's no, as long as you continue, collective, to carry out, right? Knight of Wands. You're meant to challenge authority. You're meant to fight against the principalities of darkness, right? And you will succeed. You keep that energy and you keep doing what God asks you to do. It is written. This is the outcome. The Chariot, the Hierophant. They like all these little things. You know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to chip away at your foundation. Wherever there's a crack or there's a chink in your armor, right? You got a chink in the armor, there's a crack in your foundation, whatever. They try to flood it. They try to burn it. They try to, I'll huff it, I'll puff it, I'll blow your house down. That's what these guys are trying to do. But they don't realize who they're messing with, dude. This is the Hierophant. This was written in the stars up here, a long time ago. This is the energy, and this is where we're going in life. So they're gonna throw, there's gonna be hurdles and obstacles and walls. They're gonna do everything. Justice is in reverse. They're gonna do everything that they can to stop you. But you're like, dude, I'm the Hierophant. Taurus energy. You're here to show people what it's all about. Eight of Pentacles. It's your job. Just to make it simple, let's make it clear. Because of everybody working against you, the police, the city official, the town hall, the clerk, the courts, the post office, right? The people you associate yourself with. All of these people have worked together to go against you. So now, you know what God said? You know what Spirit said? It's your job to just continue to work again. Like, these people are hell-bent on stopping you, so now it's your job just to fight against them, right? Just simple and clear. Like, they put their life on pause to come attack you, and now that's your job. There was a movie, there's a quote in the movie where I think it was Happy Gilmore, where the Happy Gilmore says, I just came here to golf. I wanted to win the check, I wanted to win the first check, and then I was going to take off, right? I just needed that first check to help out my family, and then I was going to leave, right? You know what I'm saying? But because all of these people, the police, the court, the clerk, the post office, you got the ambulance drivers, the people in town, have gangs and stuff that are affiliated or whatever this is. They all came up against you and all tried to attack you and destroy you, right? So God says, you know what? Now it's your job just to basically deal with these losers, scumbags, these corrupt cops and officials, and now it's your job. So, like Happy Gilmore said, I just came here to win the tournament, like the first check, and then take off. But now, because all that you guys did to take out collective to hurt me, right? Now, God says this is going to be his job permanently because you couldn't let go. Right? There's other things in life to worry. Like, you guys went out of your way to stop the star. So now, like, God says, all right, we're going to make this kid, we're going to up this guy's protection. We're going to up his level. He's going to be a Hierophant, whether you like it or not, collective, you, me. And your job is going to be to basically fight against the Principalities of Darkness. They chose this fight, not us, not me. I didn't choose it. I didn't choose to have to go against the police and the post office and the community and the neighbors and all these people trying to set you up and all that. No. They chose it. Eight of Pentacles. You're the Hierophant. Because they attacked you and hurt you and tried to take you out. Now, Spirit, the Most High, says, yeah, and that's them. This is what you have to look forward. Family, friends, the way it used to be, death reverse and the Five of Pentacles. So the longer that, not collective, this is for the Principalities of Darkness, the longer that they hold on to death and destruction, when they keep conjuring, spirits, they're playing in the graveyard, the new moon energy, all that stuff, right? The morbid, freaky stuff. This is the outcome. Five of Pentacles. They want to hold on to how it used to be. They won't let go, right? They refuse to let go and move on. They refuse to allow reality to happen. They want to control what people do, what people say, where people go, how it goes. Let's set them up. Let's get them locked up. Let's hurt them. Let's punch them in the face. Let's have people stalk them and chase them around town, right? This is all that they're going to get. And worse. All of them. Every last one of you guys. Energy at the bottom of the deck is the sun. You are seen for the being the you are the truth. You are the sun. You are the star. You are the chariot. You are the Hierophant collective, myself included. Now God says it's just going to be his job to. Well, you guys got a problem with somebody just trying to live their life? Now I'll just maybe you guys will figure it out, but I don't think that they will, because the pride and ego is so great as to where when you continually attack someone who prays to God and asks God for guidance and grace and mercy, now God says, okay, half the town wants to come after you. All right, I'll back you up. Your ranks changed. You are the star. You are the Hierophant. Your job will be to take these fools on day in and day out. Got me? Yeah. You are the sun. I said that. I said I'm a son of God. I said that a long time ago. Now see, guys. We thank God. We thank Jesus. We thank the Holy Spirit. We thank the archangels, the ascended masters, the ancestors, and I thank my past on loved ones in peace, love, and light. See ya.